Hey guys, it's your boy Chief coming back at you with a new day of Part 6 Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. And as you can see, I got a little upgrade going actually I got to level 16. I did some grinding while you guys were away. I had about 105,000, and I got my warehouse set up. Also, let me just show you that real quick. This will be my spare parts warehouse part. You got to drop down here, and here's all the cases I had here. Right here. Right, and then I did some junkyard scavenging, looking for parts for some of the mods. As you can see, there's a bunch of parts in here for Chevys, and I organized it by Chevy, Ford, Pontiac, Mopar, and Nissan. Then I have one more warehouse open. But anyway, I'm going to save the cases till later, till we get cars that we want to build up, and because these have good parts in them, like plus points parts. Let me see where's extra parts. When we open that case by mistake, you can see they have +4 quality. Actually, this is an upgrade part too. I mean a high performance part. But anyway, these are the blocks and stuff that have got engine blocks and stuff from the junkyard. So I save those, fix them. If they fix up to 100%, then I save them, obviously. So this way, when we do jobs, we got extra parts that make us more money. So also, I ended up picking up this thing here, which is I was trying to figure out a way I can make some decent money. Why isn't this okay? And I paid about 13,000 for it. It's a Sakura Moon. I was trying to figure out if I wanted a mod car, or one of the mods, or just stick with the stock, the standard ones they have in the game. And with the problem with it is we don't have a welder, which should be sitting right here. When we get our next upgrade, which is level 30, we're ways off from there. It's going to take a while, so I can build up this car pretty much if I want, and then just not fix the body, because you need the welder to fix the body. But all the other body parts, you can see I took them all off, you can just buy in the shop. So I can pretty much replace all this. The engine's pretty well shot. Let me go here. The engine's pretty well shot. When you get something from the, I don't know why it does that. But when you get something from the junkyard, it's pretty much going to be toast. So all this stuff's got to be pretty much replaced. I might be able to repair some of it, like Global Parts Division 60. Look at the body. Well, I took all the body parts off. That's why I'm also doing that. But interior, a lot of it's shot pretty well. So, but most of it I could probably replace. Let's say 95%, except for the actual main body part. So, with all the parts. So, if I got it for 13 grand, fix it all up nice, maybe I'll make. That's what I'm trying to figure out, ways to make money. And we're gonna go to the junkyard in a minute, and I'll show you what I've been doing. And it's not really the best amount, but I mean we make a little bit. Let's just go there now and I'll show you. But anyway, we got two with the upgrade. We got our two. I'll just show you that real quick. We got our office, which is kind of useless. We got our engine hoist that came in. So now we can pull motors out of the cars. The office is really cool. You could come in here and use the phone and computer, but it's kind of silly to come all in here. But it's pretty neat. I don't know. I like it. And what was the other major thing? Oh, well, the test path I already showed you guys. The warehouse was a major one. That was important. There's nothing on this wall. So, yeah, it's just more space, basically, right now. Nothing too dramatic otherwise. Repair bench, we had that before. I showed you guys that. So, yeah, that's about it. We're level 16. We got to get to, level 30. So, just drop in here real quick. Right, so I've been working on getting these testing abilities. So far we have the progression tester, we need this, the multimeter. But it's fine because now we're at also the last repair, which is 5%. So now we're at 85% percentage of repair. The really good one is the 95. And then obviously the last one is the body. You can repair body parts. So 95% is where it'll become even more lucrative to go to the junkyard, get parts, come back, repair them. And then we can do body parts as well. But you know, we need to get to level 30, basically. Expand your garage as paint shop, important, dyno, and another lift to your garage. I think it also adds the welder. So we need 14 levels. But right now, before we can get our next upgrade to 95%, we're going to be able to get all these things that we still need, like the fuel pressure tester, the multimeter. We would probably do faster unscrewing. Do that. The discounting shops would probably end up doing that. Shows the average value car options. That. Right, we should be able to get all these other little unlocks we want to do before we actually get this, because it's 9 levels from now, so we'll catch up on all the little doohickeys that we need. But anyway, right, so we have that secure mode. I took all the wheels and stuff. I already sold that stuff. I don't even have it on me anymore because it's all junk anyway. The wheels and stuff, they all got to be replaced. So that's fine, but let's go take a visit to the junkyard. See what we got going on here. For some reason, I don't know why, but we couldn't even go to the car auctions if we want. Now I'll just mention real quick about the barns. As you can see, all these barns we have open. You don't really want to visit the barns till later in the game when you have a good amount of money, because if you go now and there's cars you want there but they're too expensive, you wasted that barn. You don't get it back. There's only a finite number of barns, which is a lot because you get one per level, but I tend to try to save that. Right now we have 87,000, about 100,000 with the car value that we have right there, and the parts that we have in the garage. Definitely with the blocks and the transmissions, those are expensive. That's why I try to repair those and save them, because some of those transmissions are $1,800. You know what I mean? So if I get them at the junkyard for relatively cheap, we're gonna go visit the junkyard right now. If we get them for relatively cheap, we want to save them and use them on jobs and use them on builds. We're going to be doing definitely in the future. So, alright, so basically I'll show you what I do here. It might get a little boring, but usually when I have a ton of money, I go in here. Right, there's something. Okay, I go in here and usually what I'll do is I'll get all these parts that are the cars I plan on building, like this right here, the GTO trunk lid. I would grab that at 16% because it needs to be above 15%. We can't do body parts right now, and so it's it's not a waste per se, but we don't have a lot of money to be storing, because by the time you get through this whole junkyard, you'd have a lot of these parts. And like our first trip, we did it, we spent 20,000, and a lot of that stuff I just stored in my warehouse. So I can't really do all that right now, because we would just run out of money. We're here to look for things that we can make money on. So like that part you can take, it's 19%, try to repair it and then sell it, right? This doesn't have a whole lot of value. So even if you did, a water pump like that may be $100 to buy in this. So usually I try to stick to like engine blocks, I'll do rims, crank. Right, so like this crank I would do if it was above 15%. But damn, that block, see, that's a good block, not block, gearbox, but it's only 14%, so it's useless to us. You could do this. See, this water pump, I don't think it has much value. So even if you repair it, but the rim is a 21-inch rim, we can repair that. That's good. Right, so that's what I would do. I just fly through this whole junkyard doing this. And it takes quite, it takes a good 10-15 minutes to do it all. Carburetor, I think those are about $300, $250, $300. So yeah, it's not a lot of money right now. That's why I'm gonna ditch this right now. We're not gonna make a ton of money on that. And then I'll look at these parts too, like windows and stuff. They don't go for much. That would probably be a $75, but you could sell that instantly. You don't even have to obviously you can't repair a window. So, but this front bumper, like I could probably take that and sell that because it's 84%. So it's probably got some value in it, because you're gonna pay less at the junkyard than you would otherwise. So that's the idea, is to buy this stuff cheap, repair it, like this gearbox, definitely 18-inch rim, we'll take that. Let's see here, fly through this, 14%, missed on the crank shop. So So the steering wheel probably not worth a whole lot. 75. I think they're $75 new, all of them, pretty much. So they're what are you gonna get for that, right? You have to pay the junkyard to buy it, so they're gonna charge you 20, a couple bucks on it. So you can take that carburetor, not worth a whole lot. That rim. Rims are funny because it seems like the larger the rim, the more you're gonna make, obviously, but the more modern the rim also. So see, like this moon trunk window, that could be 150 bucks, maybe 100 bucks, but it's worthwhile to grab it. Usually what I do is I take a look at what I have for money, 87,000. We'll do that. It's not even gonna see. I'm definitely gonna be building this Camaro, the race Camaro later, but that's a 12% part, so we wouldn't even never take that anyway. But point being is, because they look really cool. I went and looked at them in the. Time and chains can't be repaired, so you can't do that. I know those are about 100 bucks, but there's another secure. Isn't this a secure mode? Yeah, that's another one. Bovani. This looks like, yeah, this is about the same thing that we had. Rim shot, tire shot, everything else. Cross member. If that was good, if that was over 15, we'd take it. Nothing in this pile, so. GT20. Interesting. That probably has some value in it as well. I never built one of these actually. There's a door. Let's see here. Global part roof. There's all the parts. There's a drivetrain. Engine's definitely missing. This is a straight 6. See, this is interesting. I may want to buy this. I'm thinking this might have I don't know. Maybe not. Although I do want to build it because I never built one. Actually, I've never seen one in the junkyard. That's the real thing. It is rare. Alright, you know what? I'm going to buy it. Talk myself into it. So we'll buy the car and we'll put it in the garage. Yeah, it's fine. Some days you come. See, there's another car that's interesting. Sometimes you come here and you have a jackpot as far as cars go, and then other times you don't. But see, now it's fine because you don't. When you get these parts from the junkyard, you don't pay for everything till the end, so you can record have an idea of what number you left with. Because that's important to know what we're making for profit. We're taking out 70. Right now we're having 77,000 if we don't buy any other cars, and then we're gonna buy probably about. See, that's a 24-inch rim, good rim. That is a modern rim, and it'll probably sell for, say, a rim modern 24-inch, probably going to sell for some decent money if I can repair it. That's why it's so important to get to the engine head. See, now the thing on the tires is really the slicks. The larger size slicks sell for good money. So if ever you see a slick or a race tire, see, this is a vintage white wall tire, not really worth much, maybe 30, 40 bucks. You can't repair tires, but they sell well, especially the larger slicks. So grab them and just sell them. This is a 21-inch. Yeah, rims are really bread and butter for me. I sell a lot of those. This just missed. That's a good gearbox. It's too bad. Gearbox. See, anything green, I pretty much take with me and sell those right away as soon as we get back to the shop. I love blocks, man. That's my favorite one. 25-inch rim, damn. Even though it's a classic. Wow, two of these rims. All three of these rims are bad. 13, 12, and 14. Right under the numbers we need. That's a shame. See, I don't know. I don't know about maybe the headlight might be worth some money. I think those are just instant profit items when they're in decent condition, you know. 26, sure, we'll take it. Drive shaft, I think those are okay. Block, oh yeah, definitely. 19-inch rim, we'll take. Wow, two of these rims. They're both the same size? 18, 18, look at that. Two of the same, I've never seen that once before. Two of the same rims. Usually they're a size different if you get two of the same rims. Interesting. So far this is going pretty good. See, this is a 12-inch rim, but it's modern, so it might have a couple. There might be some money in there. Take that drive shaft. See, I think it's good. I like going to the drive shaft. I really like doing it. So, I don't know. I think we already did this. Usually I'm scavenging for parts of the cars I'm trying to make. Because you can't, that's the other thing with the 18% battery. See, we don't have the battery charger yet, or else I'd take that and just charge them up. But we don't have, I don't think a lot of the parts that are, the mods that are put into the game, they're not in the parts store. So, like all these body parts and windows and stuff, you have to pretty much grab them. You know, all these Nissan GTR, Ford GT rear end, I grab all those parts because, and then I keep trading out the ones I have for better ones. So let's say I grabbed, for some reason, I grabbed this window, because let's say I didn't have a Chevy Nova SS window, I can't buy it. I'd get that 10% one, put it in my warehouse, and then once I get a better quality one, I'll just trade it out. You know, and we'll just keep doing that right along the way. So that sucks. I wish I saw that before I got the other car. So that's gonna be definitely a better car when that's built. Anyway, what's this one? Yeah, we did a block. I mean, that's ahead. Right, so anyway. This is one of the things I enjoy most in the game. Another gearbox, 14%. That sucks. I hate when they're right next to where they can be repaired. 20-inch rim, 11%. Steering wheel, not really worth anything. Oh, we're gonna grab that. That's gonna be expensive. Yeah, that's an expensive part. But it's 91%. So might as well take it while we can. See it while it's hot. Chevy Nova, take that. Because those are the parts that I really want. And if they're green, they're on the bottom, because you don't get that every day when you come part shopping, you know. Damn, another gearbox, 10%. See, here's a drag wheel. This is a 475, so it's really wide. The condition doesn't matter to us. The better, obviously, the more money we're going to get. But really, and if it's sitting on an 18-inch rim, this is a really interesting project. That's going to fetch a lot of money. Watch. We'll go over that when I'll show you that when we go to sell stuff after the repairs. Do this for let's just do it right here. Gearbox 15%. Drive axle 15. Ooh, good change. It'll still sell. Okay, window. It's gonna get a little bit more. I'm trying to keep it entertaining for you guys. Explaining how I do this. See, steering racks are pretty expensive. Grab that. That's 10%. Steering racks are good because those are 800 a pop. So if you can repair that, and you have, because I replace them often when I'm doing jobs, so that's a good item to the warehouse. Put it in your warehouse and stuff. Usually, I already checked this one. Usually, I only keep the higher value items in my warehouse, like blocks, gearboxes, and body parts, but let's take a look at this. This is going to be expensive. $14,000 only. DC Typhoon. Interesting. This might be another. We might grab this car, dude. This is a car I don't mind grabbing because I actually like the car. It's enjoyable to build. The way it looks and stuff. But that's the only thing. It doesn't have any fenders. It only has like the trunk, the hood. So there's a couple doors. What do you guys think? I mean, I know damn, I should have looked through the whole freaking junkyard before I decided on buying a car. 77,000. Parks in the garage. Alright, let's just check over here. Back to business. Oh my god, a D-badge trace. least sell well, so I know they're expensive to buy though. They're a couple grand. When we go to cash out here, this is gonna be an expensive run. I already see it happening. 2020. Not a great run. Oh, yes, please. I can't believe all the green parts were here. A lot of this is a really good run so far. This one I can check. Yeah, I think check it from the inside. I think I check it from the outside. The whole thing wraps around. See, usually these ABS parts are very expensive. They grab them. Alternators not so much. They're like $200 for a new one, so not that big deal. So I would just, I mean, they're yellow, so I mean, why not just buy them and just sell them right now? Starter, standard tire. See, this is a standard 305. It's a big tire. We'll take it. We'll take it. Ram 14. Right. The thing is with tires, as long as they're a bigger tire, as long as they're a bigger tire, I'll take it. Just take my chances with it. I'm like a sucker for wood. That's a good, see, 475. It's a huge wide tire. You know, usually when they're not slicks, watch on, they'll be like $30 on these, but I don't know. Sometimes it's a couple of $100 to sell this stuff. It's crazy. Another car. Oh, this is, I never built one of these either. I wasn't really in love with this. I do like this car, but a straight 6 one. I mean, I'm not even trying to get involved. You know, I want to want a straight 6. Cool. Alright, this one we gotta. I think we do have to go back here. I don't think when we get out, when we leave the jumper, we're not going to be hitting these cars. Alright, let's try to do a quick 12. 17. Exhaust manifolds, I don't think they're really worth a whole lot. That's worth a whole lot. This is worth money. Damn it. These blocks are all unrepairable. It's like a waste when you see a block get wasted. These transfer cases too, those are good. I'll take that head. Rim, 15 inch. This one's gonna be nice. 22 inch. Fetch a couple bucks. Camshaft, I guess. The camshafts, I think, are $300. So if you can repair them, their window. Probably just straight out because that was for a 485. That's a big ass tire, dude. Let's see the cam here. 16 inch. What was I saying? Right, that's a GTO rear window. We'll keep that. Can't buy them, so need the parts. ABS pump. Alternator again. Nothing doing in here. So forget which ones I go through already. Okay. This one might already do from the other side. Okay. Alright, so back over here. I just gotta go in this little square a little bit because 10% block. Ouch. That hurts. 10% we're in. Okay, nothing good here. Doesn't run here. And we go over this way. Let's pile sometimes. Right, like we're gonna catch. I'll show you a lot of green parts. We're gonna catch that road on our way up. So this is my system of going around the whole junkyard. 19-inch rim, 10%. 505. That's a monster. 12% block. I hate blocks that get wasted, man. It really hates. It burns my buttocks. We need to make some cash on this junk. It's real low. Around here real quick. Usually these things are never going to get anything out of them. I check them anyway. Alright. Searching through. Nothing good in this one. You just like, excuse me, every pile, every car, we get at least one item out of pretty much. Like I could take that starter, but they're not worth a ton of money, so. The way this run's going, I'm gonna go with these yellow parts too. See what happens. 19 inch red water. See, I would take that drive axle, but it's not. Orange will take. See this white wall, I'll show you those. They won't make a lot of money. 14. There we go. There's a 17 gearbox with a decent rear. Engine head 14. Yep, I'll take that for sure. See the manifold, the intake manifolds and the exhaust manifolds, they're not worth a whole lot. A couple bucks maybe. We'll take it. Somewhere in the spending spree on this one. This is going to cost us. We're going to go down a lot of money on this one. Head cover, B6 head cover. I don't know. See, that would be a part I'd probably save if I repair it well. Just because I know we're going to get into the Mopar stuff. So, Chevy Nova SS. We're going to take that. We're going to take that. Take that headlight, even though it's probably only worth a couple bucks, but whatever. Free money, I think. Almost free money. Take that cam. Another race, like, see another race Camaro turbo. Take that. See, when I see these race Camaro parts, I get excited because it's pretty cool looking the way they did it. Whoever was the builder of that mod. And there's different ways you can do the Camaro SS, but I think there's 3 different ways. Stock. Another friggin' holy crap, there's 3 of them right here. See this, damn it, I really want to build one of these too. I haven't done one of these yet. I'm not buying any more cars. It'd have to be a real treasure for me to get it. 13, 17 okay. Be a real treasure for me to grab another one of these, especially this secure. This is a bolt rip tail. Yeah, I've already built one of these. And they're fun. They're like the Vets, like the 80s style vet. Nice gearbox. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Those are our money makers. When you can repair them. Intercoil. I'll try that. I don't know if we can repair intercoilers actually. You can go in here and to the left. So yeah, sometimes these cars will be lit up. 19-inch, 19% repair rate, front swipers. Yes, looks like we're taking yellow cars. Turbo again. This was a really good, 23 though, to fetch some money. Take that coil. Really run good junction today, man. Usually it's not nearly as much as this. That's what I'm saying, so that would have been a nice run too. They fetched some good money. Decent money, 16 inch, yep. 16 inch, yep. Those are not very oh, you bastard. Those are really good blocks, man. I use those a lot for Chevys. The V8 OHV. Transfer cases fetch a lot of money. You see a transfer case, grab it. Over 15%. 25-inch rim. Too bad that wasn't a better rim. It's a crap rim, but still. Right, see, this would be good for us later. Drag car body. We want that later, but another 23-inch rim. Damn. Intake manifold, yep. See, like I said, the manifolds are not very expensive. Not worth it. See, I've done this so many times. I'm used to flying through this stuff. I guess a lot of it looks pretty much looking for. So it might be going too quick for some of you guys, but I don't want it to be too. 30 minutes here. That's a lot. We might have to do a part 2 on this. Alright, you know what we'll do? We'll end it here. We'll come back. We'll finish up, because I don't want these videos to go too long. We'll finish up the garage, the junkyard haul. Then we'll go back, do some repairs, sell some stuff, and look at those cars that we bought and what our plan is with those, because we obviously can't do all of them at once. It's too much money, but maybe we'll make a couple bucks. I don't know. Anyway, this has been your boy Chief. I appreciate you guys coming by. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, bell notification for notifications when I put out a new video, which is pretty much every day. Go ahead and hit the like button. I would appreciate that. Any comments you have for me, any suggestions, leave down below, and I'll try to answer them as fast as possible. Appreciate you guys coming by, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, have a good one.